Change. It doesn't stop for anyone. From the moment you're born to the day you die, everything will change. Your career, friends, perspectives, they can all change over time with little to no warning. Change is what shapes you. I grew up in small-town suburbia, in a place called Bullus. Change was slow, new buildings and growing families, but overall it felt stagnant in comparison to the rest of the world. I was living in static. Everyone was so stuck in their ways, so change was something I still had to learn to accept. Being a neurodivergent kid in suburbia, I had the reputation of being weird. This was my first real battle with change, living with this god-forsaken reputation that had eventually outgrown me, and I didn't have the room to show it. So I had to find a place that I could. When I moved up to Brisbane, I was forced to live in change once again. I'd be living in Central, in a new career with no social connections. Sure, I lacked knowledge, but the opportunities it brought up were endless. This is where change started to grow on me. So many things were changing with these new opportunities. I gave up on my dream of acting and decided to think of a more attainable goal: hairdressing. All of this was both refreshing from a perspective of freedom and a new start, but terrifying because I didn't know where to start or how to act. Everything I did felt like a performance. I was pretending like I wanted to be a hairdresser and that everything was fine. I had wanted to change so much that I wasn't myself anymore. And to be completely honest, it worked for a while. I'd built a clientele and learnt so many fundamental skills in that first year in Brisbane, but it had gotten to a point where it all was too fake. After that misguided year of hairdressing, I realised I can't change my passions or my identity to fit in anymore. This is when change took control. While everything else shifted, the only thing consistent was my pet cat, Jethro, who I had taken with me everywhere since I was 14. The same week I met my partner, Oscar, Jethro passed away. I had to learn to deal with the grief of one love and learn to build another at the same time. He may have just been a cat, but he was my rock. Life had taken one to teach me to love another even harder. As when Oscar came into my life, so did his daughter, Aurora. Everything was different. I chose to leave my job with this new sense of identity, an identity built off my passion, my grief, and my love. I started a casual cleaning job and decided to follow through with my acting. Change hit once again when I started at JMC, as I met new people and rediscovered what became a dormant talent. I've now become my own person, not entirely by my own design, but by the changes and the choices I made. My life will only contribute to more and more change. I still need to move out, graduate, watch my stepdaughter grow up. But I learn from it every time something's new. Change is growth. Change is new life, and change is the only thing that will live with us forever. Change doesn't wait for anyone.